Hi everyone. Wait up. Okay. Okay, so it's April 12, 2021, and you're watching me, Nikki Yu, also known as Faces Trader, for the Awesome Tennis Global Market Update. Thank you for watching. Let's discuss what's happening in the US markets. So, as you could see, cryptocurrencies are actually rising very strongly. Let's take a look at how the crypto markets are doing. Your BTC is actually breaking $60,000. Your Ethereum is 2-1. Your Bitcoin Cash is $700. Your Ripple is 135. $300 for your Dash, Litecoin is 260, ETC is $20, Cardano 130. You can see that almost everything is on the green side. Your BNB is now trading at $560. This movement is actually showing signs for you that most of your Bitcoin mining related stocks should actually be going up. And I'm gonna read to you the actual earnings report of Bitfarms. So Bitfarms is actually one of the oldest and one of the largest Bitcoin miners that are listed. That's listed, and this is their March 25, 2021 presentation. Let's read to you some numbers. All right. So financial highlights. The Bitcoin that they've mined as of 2020 Q4 is 577. As of Q4 2019, they've had 1,219. Full year Bitcoins mined as of 2019 was 3,800. And for 2020, they mined 3,000. The growth in operational hash power has been growing to 965 PH per second. And hash rate is based on improving profitability depending on market conditions. So the point here is that think of Bitcoin as gold, and these are just miners that are doing it for you. Power usage efficiency is 95%. Bitfarms is 97%. So very high versus the rest of the blockchains. Take a note at the financial revenues. You're seeing $11 million of revenues for your for Q4 2020. Gross mining margin is about 53%, and EBITDA. EBITDA is $500,000 here, and then adjusted EBITDA is $3 million. We'll try to read why the drop there for their EBITDA, considering that BTC is thus very high year on year. Take note that year on year, it has gone 10x, more than 10x, 12x. So Bitfarms ownership, 84%, insiders are 16%. Cash, current assets, total assets, you could see that all here. Okay. Notable events. They raised 80 million Canadian via private placement with US institutional investors. They repaid all their loans, so they now have a debt-free balance sheet. They acquired miners during the quarter, increasing their hash rate to over 1.2 EH as of today. They even commenced a Bitcoin retention pilot program. They're now holding 489 Bitcoins for approximately $27 million. They're not selling, basically. Started executing an infrastructure expansion program for approximately 80 megawatts in Quebec to come online over the course of 2021 to accommodate additional mining rigs. Placed order for 48,000 units with our supplier of choice, delivering starting in January 2022. Growth strategy. Okay, so what's their expansion pipeline? Continue to increase their their sites and the power and the facility. All right, and then okay, so that's what they're sharing. Let's take a look at their overall mining production. So it says here that Bitcoin mining production, Bitfarms has mined over 3,000 Bitcoins in 2020 at an average cost of $5,600. This is hot mining, also over 2,500. And then these are the rest, like BTBT, Riot, Hive, and Mara. Compared to the average number of Bitcoins that they've produced, these are their market caps, which shows you that Bitfarms and hot mining are actually one of the more undervalued companies that are listed in the market. Actually, what should be notable between Bitfarms and hot mining is that while Bitfarms does sell, hot mining actually does not sell. So hot mining has always held all of those Bitcoins that they've got, which will suggest that between the two, you've got this company, hot mining, more on the leeway to actually lead the movement. So there's a lot, right? You've got Galaxy Digital, Hive Blockchain. So I discussed some of this in the inner circle, and I'm showing to you like how like these certain companies are actually benefiting from the run. Let's take a look at the exact movement here. So your hot 8 mining actually is still at $8 right now. I'm gonna show to you the differences between the structure. This is hot mining. So it has risen from $1 to as high as 16 and consequently fell down to $8 from some profit taking. However, we argue that this $8 is more of an opportunity for it to go back to all-time highs, just like its own counterpart, its BTC. Understand a few things about hot mining. Let me show to you a few things. Okay, so I'm gonna present to you that mining currency will need serious computing power. This is why there's so many companies that built mining rigs. Chinese-based Canaan does that, increasing a computing power necessary to mine coins faster than the competition. Pandemic has put a dampen on sales, but with the price of Bitcoin hitting all-time highs, there's a lot of interest in Canaan's products. So Canaan has been selling these computing power. So the picks and shovels, that's why Canaan has been rising. In fact, right now, Canaan is trading at about $18. I need to show to you that the drops are not merited. Let me show to you what happened. This is the stock price of Canaan. After going from $3 to $38, this drop here about $16 to $18 is more of an opportunity to enter this blockchain cryptocurrency name. It's not a cryptocurrency. It's a pick and shovels play for that. So they have computing power. Let me show to you more companies. All right. So I think most of you are aware of blockchain networks. They facilitate DeFi, meaning decentralized finance. So those are all built on the Ethereum blockchain. The point is that, of course, there have been so much FOMO in the space. And that's why your Binance is actually trading at $550, as well as your actually, even in just 2 months, they have been still rising 100 to 200 to 500%. Some of these names, like for instance, this one, Engine Coin, I think it's now trading at more than how many dollars is it now? $3. So this was at 60 cents. Now it's 5x since then. So that was here, no? Dire-diretso lang eh. Yeah, straight lang eh. Oh, here, 60 cents. February, then continuous. So with so much of these names continuing to go up, so it jumped because more of the NFTs, the metaverse, right? I think that what you're seeing now is that okay, these are my conclusions. Blockchain stocks are hype, some of them unsustainable perhaps, but some of them are really undervalued, like Hut and Bitfarms. Some Chinese fintech firms are using blockchain, like the Ethereum network, to finance, to facilitate those lending and microfinancing. Others are fairly valued, such as Lu or OCFT, while the applications for Engine Coin is good, Chainlink and Binance were very well deserved moves, and these have gone up more. Actually, they've gone up over and over and over again. That said, Binance is now trading at $556, an extension move. And then Engine Coin, as you could see, has gone straight from about 25 cents to $4, more than 10x in just what, 1, 2, 3, 4 months. So I'd say that some of them might actually be already becoming a take profit zone, whereas others might actually be coming into to opportunities that are being used. So there are some blockchain networks that are using your blockchain and they're offering what? So the blockchain technology essentially offers a way for third parties to beat the processing time from traditional bank transfers. 90% of the European payments believe blockchain is fundamentally changing the industry by 2025 because trillions of dollars right now are using an antiquated system of slow payments and added fees. So example, if you're working in San Francisco and you want to just send a part of your paycheck back to London, you have to even pay $25 flat fee for a wire transfer and additional fees leading up to as high as 7%. Your bank will get a cut, the receiving bank gets a cut, and then you're charged all those exchange rate fees. Your family might not even register the transaction until a week later. Blockchain changes all that with access to fast, cheap, and borderless payments, which makes your companies that are using these blockchain networks to really flourish. No, so let's take a look at these Chinese blockchains that are using that. Let me show to you what's happened to them. So we argued that JFU and QD are these names, right? So JFU right now is trading at 1.66. Looks like after this movement, it's consolidating here to 166. Could potentially go back to $3. And then what Qtian also strong support, I believe, in 190, but very strong resistance first at 286. So you've got Kanan, talked about Kanan here at $18. Looks to be an area of support. Let's explain to you as well hot mining. Okay, so I discussed okay, so I didn't discuss here, no, but I have it in one of my slides that Hot Mining is actually a company that stores their BTCs. So unlike your Bit farms that sells it when they mine it, Hot 8 has been storing more than 3,000 BTCs. So in terms of valuation, of course, if you stored an appreciating asset, your earnings are gonna go higher rather than if you're selling it outright. Example, like for Bit farms, once they acquired the Bitcoin, they would sell it. So they don't necessarily get a 10x reward. So unlike Hot 8, I'm going to show to you Hot Mining. This is Hot Mining. So it's listed in Toronto Stock Exchange, innovative mining, high performance computing. You could see that this is since March 25. Their fiscal earnings blasts through all the analyst expectations, 246% increase in working capital, $40 million in total revenue, 87% year-on-year increase in net income, 1.3 EH in Q2. They've got 3,233 Bitcoin on balance, and therefore hodl the hot. Agree with this. So of course, if you just have one choice, you gotta get Hot 8 mining instead of Bit farms. But I think that both of them should be okay. I agree with this valuation that this is by far the most undervalued miner. Agree with this. They also have hash rates for Ravencoin, which has been very strong. So this is for those who aren't aware, Raven. Okay, this is Raven just for your analysis. Ravencoin. RAVN dollar. RVN, sorry. So here, RVN. So if you have a miner that has these Raven coins, just consider the fact that from 2 cents or 1 cent, it's now 20 cents, even not at 28 cents. That's still a 10x. So you could argue that this miner, so just assume that your miner has jewelries, they've got gold, silver, but it's digital gold, digital silver, and all these wonderful gems. It makes sense that your Hot 8 mining should actually be appreciating, and it shouldn't be sleeping at $8. So look at it. The cost to mine. The cost to mine. So these are awful. They've got $39 million. So some of them are saying that it could be the cost. That's why they aren't appreciating. So we'll see. The Bit Farms break-even price here, they were saying was $5,600. The Hot 8 break-even price was $14,195. Either way, okay, let's talk about that. Whether $6,000 or $14,000, look at where the prices are today. The prices are $60,000 for BTC. So even if you're selling it at 50,000, say 20% lower, you're still able to generate a profit. So here. So Hot 8 announced that their Bitcoin balance was 3,233 BTCs. So even if the cost of mining is higher than than the other miner, I'd say that both of them should be going up. So what yeah, I just think that both of them should be going up. And I think that they plan to get listed in the NASDAQ soon. Because if they're just listed in Toronto Stock Exchange, it's gonna be harder. I saw the application of Bitfarms already to NASDAQ, and that could actually help the maturity of the valuation just to get it closer to where it should be valued at. Yeah, you could see that the hash rate and the ability to mine all of these are the more important parts. Even if yeah, so also of course because of these, your Nvidia should be continuing to rise. Let's read this. Hot 8 new Nvidia GPU mining fleet. What does this mean? Opportunity to participate in the DeFi market on Ethereum, which is about 39.83 in locked value. Payouts in BTC, given conservative projection, cost of mining 1 BTC would be less than $5,000. So if it's 2 BTC a day with less than $10,000 right now, a lot of people would continue to do these cryptocurrency miners. That said, let's take a look at what's happening. NVIDIA we like for so many reasons other than cryptocurrency related plays. But you could see that it looks like NVIDIA is about to break this $585. Could it just go to $1,000? Not necessarily because of their 5G influences or their self-driving artificial intelligence plays, but because of this gaming data center moves, not just that, but this cryptocurrency stuff. We'll see. But you could see very clearly that people are very bullish, and this looks to be a potential breakout soon for your NVIDIA. So I'm bullish on Nvidia, not necessarily about the crypto related angle, but more on the other angle. I'm really bullish on how it plays a role in the 5G world that we have. Last but not the least, I'm gonna give you just some news on Alibaba. Alibaba got fined $2 billion. Let me share to you that news, Dollar Baba, which actually became a catalyst for Alibaba to go up 8%. So people are very happy that Charlie Munger, of course, bought Alibaba shares, seeing that it's very undervalued compared to the fine. So the $2.75 billion fine for Alibaba is just a small amount considering the massive scale of its services. Let's read a few things. People do not understand the scale of Alibaba. It is bigger than Amazon. Amazon is small compared to Alibaba. A few stats. In 2015, Alibaba sold $500 billion in volume across just two main e-commerce properties, the Taobao Mall and the Tmall. That's $500 billion. In 2020, that's $1.2 trillion or a double. And in 2025, by my estimates, it will again double to $2.5 trillion. If you just put this on context, in 2015, Alibaba was just 10% of retail spending. In 2020, it's 20%. In 2025, it could be 25%. So this is a utility at scale where every Chinese consumer effectively goes on in the internet, will buy Alibaba products first and then use their stuff, Alipay. So just take an analog of Netflix. When you cut the cord for the very first time, or a young student coming out of college, you'll never buy a cable subscription in your life. The first thing that you do buy is Netflix. And then you may add on a layer of Hulu and then other on-demand services. Then that's Alibaba. It's the primary medium for almost anybody to satisfy their human needs via e-commerce. Agree with that? So let's read. Alibaba says they do not expect any material impact from antitrust fine, which is a 2.75 billion shares rally. So you can even listen. This is an A plus overview of Alibaba and the Chinese internet landscape. We can just read this. A giant among giants. I don't know if I should even explain to you why Alibaba shares are rising. Expect that it is just a value. It is a 10-bagger assumption. Commerce and cloud are growing 17% and 32% CAGR respectively for the potential 7 years with margins of 27%. Just a 30 times multiple, you've got at least $400 billion in case and financial investments and cash. This could be a $3.5 trillion market cap in 2027, which means that Alibaba's worth $2,200. It's a 10x in 10 years. You want to buy Alibaba today because that's a 10x, and it's as if you're buying a little Amazon when it's not, and it's bigger. So yesterday, Charlie Munger also bought a huge stake. Not yesterday. I think like last week, Charlie Munger disclosed a huge position on Alibaba. Let's read more. Uncle Charlie, one of the best value investors. I want to double down on my Alibaba because it could be worth $1 trillion. This anti-monopoly probe on Alibaba is not material because in China there's just Alibaba and Tencent. So and then people are saying the risk reward of $230 is just too alluring. So it still holds on their own uptrend line. This is your Alibaba chart at $230 today. You want to get in before you miss the $2,000 ride. So a very strong podcast is to listen to this. Alibaba, a giant among giant, a business breakdown, April 9, 2021, released by Mr. Ram Parameswaran. He's the founder, managing partner of Octahedron Capital. It's 47 minutes. Let's try to understand why Alibaba is your 10x or even 5x. So 3x at the very least. So you might as well take a huge stake. We actually taught you how to buy your Alibaba shares. You could buy it from as easy as your eToro accounts. So you just go open an eToro account. You could see, I think, invite friends. And then there, so my personal link, put it on my Twitter so that you can open there. So that's my eToro. If you want to open an account, very simple. You just put your money, say $100. In this case, you can see my positions. I'm public. I've got Roku, Baidu, C Limited, Palantir, Spotify, Neo, API, Hexo, Agora, Hexo, GSAT, Zoom, CleanSpark, Teladoc, eHang, Douyu, Neo, ArcG, SunPower, Nano Dimension, Unity, Beyond Meat, Fastly, Tencent, Alibaba. So you could see that I've been buying Tencent and Alibaba last week. Actually, Alibaba, I did a 5x leverage here. So this is actually a CFD, a contract for derivative. So I'm bullish on that name. So there. So you could see that you could just copy me if you want. I'm bullish also on Xiaomi, on Biogenomics. So I've been bullishly buying some Chinese names, the big titles like Tencent, Alibaba, and Xiaomi. And then some buy this one, this genomics. You might not like it, but it's very volatile. So ASXC handles laparoscopic. So when you're like pregnant and you want minimum non-invasive surgery to check on your to check on your stomach, you'd try to use ASXC. Bionanogenomics is Sapphire software, so it helps people understand their long read sequencing if they have any rare diseases and so forth. So yeah, of course, you can always just watch our Awesome 10X for your ideas. Okay, let's read the question. Good night, good evening, good afternoon. I'd like to consult on ATRAM, Consumer Trends Feeder Fund, and ATRAM Feeder Fund, which is a better way to invest. Salamat na marami. So, ako kasi guys, I prefer to just create my own halo-halo. So, so last week, last Friday, do check out our Awesome 10X free videos. You could go to our Awesome 10X YouTube channel. We do this as a tribute to the entire Philippine community. Most of our listeners are Filipinos, but we also help non-Filipinos. So this is working from home and making money at the same time. We thought about the exact picture that I used was the halo halo because Filipinos know about halo halo. Let me show you the exact Instagram. So you can follow us here in our Awesome 10X Invest. That's our Instagram. These are how to join your inner circle. This is what we believe in. You need to diversify what's inside your halo-halo. Why do you want to buy a mutual fund when you can just create your own? If you like to buy Alibaba to 30, go ahead. If you like to buy Disney at 180, go ahead. So I would rather have my own halo-halo rather than somebody create halo-halo for me, which is I don't even have a control. If I want And this is what we teach people. We've been teaching people that if you invested $150 of your money in Nike shoes for the last 10 years, not only do you have $22,000, you also have dividends of $170 a year, which is a free Nike shoe. So I think like every Filipino or non-Filipino is required to invest for himself. You do not do this for anyone else but for yourself, because the money that you save should be in companies that you believe a long-term future with. So that's what we teach in Awesome 10X. Create your own halo-halo. Create that pizza pie or that pasta sauce that works for you. So you don't actually want anyone to be handling it except yourself. Example, you want more C Limited, you want some Shopee, you want your own Tesla, your Facebook, your Shopify. You do it yourself because you have to know what your recipe is. Okay, so I wouldn't like these feeder funds. I like you to create your own. You said it yourself. You want Alibaba, Amazon, C Limited. That's just e-commerce. There's so many e-commerce. You might want to also add some Pinterest. You might want to also add some Twitter. You want to add some Agora. So I think like what the lie that people talk is that it's so hard when it's not. And Awesome 10X is teaching you for free in our Awesome 10X YouTube channel, because our job is to educate and make you wealthy whether you like it or not. As long as you listen to Awesome 10X, you learn something and it will benefit you in the long run. So I hope that even just by our simple YouTube channel, that we'd have changed your life. Yun. That said, if you want to do your own mutual fund or just simply invest with these names, that's the reason why people are of course buying Ark Invest, Ark G, la la la. I mean, if you're just gonna buy funds anyway, you might as well get the best. This is of course Ark Genomics, Ark Invest of Cathy Wood. Here about $87 to $80 for Genomics as a blockchain fund. We talked about genomics as well in our Awesome 10X channel. So our Awesome 10X YouTube channel, you could see biotech, ARK Invest explained. So we explained that, diba? Blockchain. Oh, just go to Awesome 10X. Wait. I will go to our website. Go to our website, type in. Actually, just go to our Friday free classes. So click this and then watch these videos to help you out. So example, this one, Explaining Genomics, Deep Learning, and DTCs by Nikki Yu and Doc Robinson T. So you want to invest, example, additive manufacturing. You want to invest with charging stations, electric vehicles. You want to invest in certain SPACs. You want to invest in e-commerce careers. You want to get into some future of alternatives, sustainable packaging, Nvidia, Lemonade, Palantir, Grow Generation, Wearable War. So these are all given to you for free so that Filipinos and non-Filipinos can start investing even with just $1,000. The truth is, even $100 would have been fine. What do you think about G-Invest of Gcash? Good thing. At the end of the day, who's the owner of Gcash? Alibaba. So the bigger move is Alibaba. If you want to profit from Gcash, you should be a proud shareholder of Alibaba. Diba? Compare. Is my money gonna 10x in Amazon, Apple? No. If I 10x in Alibaba, I will. Because unfinancial, wala pa. Hindi pa na-IPO yung unfinancial. So yun, Facebook baka 3x, 5x. I discussed about Facebook in Apple, may wearable war play yan. Si Facebook, meron yan make money while sleeping. Kasi they're trying to do the wallets, e-commerce, and of course, AR/VR. So I think like what you should be aware of is if you want the 10x, you've come to Awesome 10X channel to learn and you will earn 10x. So we've had so many 10x already. Copen, Vuzi, Grow Generation. We had it in Palantir, 10x yan. Ang dami eh. So for Tesla, diba, nag 10x. So Neo, Xpeng, eventually. So you want to be investing by yourself with awesome 10x by your side. So yun, just go to our channel, learn for free. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.